No tea, no art museum.
And it was free Thursdays, too, at the Art Museum, but they have rescheduled it, so don't worry about that. We'll get you that date for the new free day coming up.
Thanks for the update, Courtney. Let's head back over to Storm Team forecaster Brian Goddard for an extended look at what we face the rest of the day here, Brian.
Snow. What you see is what you get, and as Michael Fish was mentioning, it's just going to get heavier as the afternoon goes on. We're seeing the very light snow right now from Mequon down to Oak Creek is the darker gray shades. That is the heavier snow. So down towards East Troy and Elkhorn, Palmyra, down towards Union Grove, even Racine and Kenosha, seeing some heavier snow bands work their way through. And off to the west, still a little bit of a pink on the radar. That means a little wintry mix of sleet, snow, and maybe even a little bit of freezing rain. So those side streets are getting pretty slick and snow covered, as Melissa McCready was showing you in her drive around southeastern Wisconsin. Let's take a look at Viper HD and we'll show you the bigger picture. This storm system has a lot of moisture for a clipper. It has gathered strength, it has gathered some moisture, and it extends all the way down to St. Louis, and all this is feeding in to southeastern Wisconsin over the next 12 hours or so. It is a prolonged event. Clippers are usually fast moving, hence their name, and that's why you typically get about 1 to 3 inches of snow. But this is slower moving, and the snow will be piling up throughout the afternoon and the evening hours. It was a little slick this morning. It'll be worse for that drive home later today. Taking a look at the graphics, the winter storm warning in effect for all of southeastern Wisconsin until midnight tonight, except for Fond du Lac. Fond du Lac's part of the winter weather advisory for areas to the west and north of us. The reason, a little bit less snow. We've modified the snow total map just a little bit. Still thinking 4 to 6, very common, some isolated areas of 7 inches of snow from Kenosha all the way up to southern portions of Fond du Lac County and Sheboygan County. Then off to the west, we're talking 2 to 4 inches of snow. So I think a good swath all across the region of 3, 4, 5 inches of snow, and then some isolated heavier amounts of 6 or 7 closer to the lakefront with a light easterly breeze this afternoon. A little tour of our tower cams. Currently snowing pretty heavily in Kenosha. Those look like some big fat flakes out there, and we'll continue to watch that throughout the afternoon. Downtown Milwaukee, it is snowing. It is also foggy. Temperatures are in the lower 30s. You have plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, so visibilities could get a little low, not only for the snow, but also for the fog. Out towards Menominee Falls, snowing out there as well. Gray sky, and our last stop should be Waukesha, showing you the gray sky and the snowy conditions as well. Nope, back to Kenosha. Let's take a look at what's going on around the region as well. Port Washington seeing the light snow falling, and this is a good picture of what's going on in those side streets and parking lots. It is now beginning to accumulate, so it's going to get slick. Parking lots, driveways, side streets. As I was driving in this morning, DOT putting down a whole lot of salt, and it works like a charm with these kind of temperatures in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. They weren't even putting the plows down yet. They're going to use the salt as long as they can. 33 degrees right now in Port. There is no wind, which is amazing with this storm. It's showing it's not a huge storm system. There's not much wind, but it's got enough moisture to crank out quite a bit of snow. 32 degrees in Fond du Lac, 30 in Waukesha for one of the cooler spots, 34 in Whitewater. That's why you're seeing that little bit of a mix with sleet, freezing rain, and snow. But as we've been mentioning, the wind is calm to very light, typically less than 10 miles per hour. And look at all the areas with no wind at all. So no blowing and drifting. That is not going to be a problem with this storm system. It's just going to be the timing of this system. Throughout the afternoon, the evening commute will be very slow going as the roads will start to deteriorate as those snow continues to fall. Alberta Clippers typically, as I mentioned, are fast moving. The storm system doesn't have a lot of moisture as the Gulf of Mexico is cut off, and then behind it you get a little cold snap. That's not going to be the case this time. This storm is not following the typical Clipper protocol by any means. Heavier snow, not really going to get colder tomorrow. High pressure is going to move in here overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow and Saturday. Beautiful conditions, light winds, sunshine, and temperatures in the 30s. And then back off to the west, we're already watching storm system number 6 for this early part of February. It's been very active all of a sudden, and that will bring us rain, it looks like, for Sunday, and then a wintry mix Sunday night into Monday. Snow likely the rest of the day. Could even see a little sleet mixing in. 3 to 6 inches of snow is likely, and we'll see a few spots a little bit higher than that closer to the lakefront with that light southeasterly wind. A high today of 33. 25 tonight. Snow gradually ending. An additional inch we'll see sometime after 10 o'clock until about 1 a.m. And then it's just flurries up until the morning hours. We'll start off with the clouds and flurries for tomorrow. More sunshine in the afternoon. 30 degrees for a high. 32 on Saturday. 2 beautiful days to kind of catch our breath. And then on Sunday, 40 degrees with rain changing to snow into Monday. At least we're staying warm.
Did you say storm system number 6?
Yeah, today's is number 5 since the beginning of February. It's been busy.
Since the beginning of February.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Pay me now or pay me later. It all evens out, doesn't it?
That's right.
I do want to update our viewers on